It's Thanksgiving 2013. Shonda Rhimes, Hollywood titan behind Grey's Anatomy, sits quietly at the dinner table. Then her sister Dolores drops a line that hits like a ton of bricks. You never say yes to anything. Imagine that, the woman who commands millions saying no to everything. Suddenly, a new question clawing inside. What would happen if she flipped the script and said yes for an entire year? Saying yes sounds easy, but for Shonda it was a battlefield. Here's how yes cracked open her life's tightly shut door. At that Thanksgiving, Dolores's blunt observation wasn't just a family roast. It was a mirror. Shonda realized she was wrapped in armor, avoiding anything scary: public speaking, parties, even phone calls. That moment sparked a daring decision, an entire year dedicated to saying yes to what scared her most. Saying yes turned out to be less magic and more muscle. Like working out, the more Shonda practiced, the easier it got. Every invite accepted or uncomfortable event attended reshaped her brain's default setting. The yes wasn't just a word, it was rewiring her nervous system to welcome growth instead of fear. The payoff: Shonda transformed from a wallflower to an unstoppable creative force. She took speaking gigs, opened up in interviews, and even danced in front of crowds. This shift cracked open her world, fueling TV hit after hit and a new fearless self. Saying yes saved her life, literally, by breaking panic's hold. It wasn't just about saying yes to events, it was yes to Shonda herself. Here's how she stopped hiding behind filters and rewrote her self-story. Shonda realized silencing parts of herself, whether about motherhood, body image, or work struggles, was exhaustion masked as perfection. By saying yes to speaking her whole truth, she shattered the myth of having it all together and invited real connection and relief. It was messy and raw, but ultimately liberating. Years of feeling disconnected from her own body flipped when she said yes to appreciating it, flaws and all. Instead of hiding behind clothes or criticism, she began to claim her space, dancing alone or with friends, celebrating movement, and rejecting self-hate. This shift was a radical act of self-love that transformed how she showed up. Success had always been a relentless grind. Rhimes pushed back by saying yes to her own rules, not society's checklist. She embraced play, family time, even awkward conversations with kids. This redefinition meant that winning wasn't just about Emmy Awards, but about peace, balance, and authenticity. Fear was the real villain in Shonda's story. Let's dig into how saying yes made fear fold under pressure instead of owning the room. Before interviews, Shonda's panic attacks bombed her confidence. But saying yes to those terrifying moments and showing up anyway forced her to face fear headlong. She learned that terror didn't have ultimate power if she just put one foot in front of the other and spoke her truth, panic and all. Saying yes wasn't about seizing control but surrendering to life's unpredictability. Rhimes likens it to dancing in the rain. You can't command the storm, but you can choose to move with it. This surrender freed her from the need to manage outcomes and opened creative doors she never knew existed. Finally, saying yes pulled Shonda out of her introverted shell. Instead of hugging walls at parties, she found joy in real, imperfect human connections. Saying yes was her lifeline from lonely isolation to belonging, proof that pushing into discomfort births vibrant life. Back at that Thanksgiving table, Shonda's yes was a crack, a tiny fissure breaking open a fortress of no. Her year of yes wasn't just about new experiences, it was a radical reclaiming of herself. Your challenge? Pick one no you can turn around this week. Say yes just once and watch the world rewrite itself. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.